the V8 supercars this season as the improved production Commodore Cup and HQs are on the track on their formation lap for Shannon's race number 2 of the weekend, and another 8-lap race around here. The earlier race today dominated by Adam Ubergang, who won clearly by about 17 seconds when the checkered flag came out. He beat Andrew Maros, the South Australian out there in the pacer that we saw out there in race number 1. He did a great job holding back the field. The grid order is the finishing results from the race early this morning. They'll have 2 more races tomorrow to make up. This is the local classes that race during the course of the year. Motorsports NT who do a fantastic job promoting all areas of motor racing up here, the circuit racing, superbikes, the drag racing that is coming up soon. Also know Jay Duke's very excited about the Andra Drag Racing Series that's coming up here in August with Top Alcohol and Top Bike. A heavy contingent of interstate cars and bikes coming up for that event in August. Of course, you can check out hiddenvalleydrags.com for that one. There's mud racing that goes on during the wet season up here. The Speedway, there's some big events still to come up there over the course of the year. The go-karts, their NT titles coming up in early July. Head to motorsportsnt.com.au for more information. But this is their biggest race weekend of the year, and the cars coming onto the grid in position now as they've finished, as we said. Ubergang and Maros on the front row. Wilson and Smith on the second row. A pair of Commodores in that one. Playford and Stephen Ling, the first of the Commodore Cup cars, will start out of position 6. David Ling out of 7. Adrian Kroonstuyver, who started from pit lane in the first race this morning, blasted his way back up to finish 8th when the race came to an end earlier today. Peter Casato, first of the under 2 litre cars, finished in 9th position. He starts out of 9 alongside James Pocock in 10. Michael Halkitis starts out of position 11. Simon Bullish will start out of position 12. Then it's Carla Kopenko out of position 13. Clayton Otley out of 14. Stephen Johnstone out of position number 15. Then Rodney Jessup out of 16. Tim Riley out of 17. Good to see some interstate races here that have been up for the HQ Nationals earlier this year, and some of the races that just want to get away from the cold weather for a few days and race up here. We've got a whole swagger of Western Australians, South Aussies and Queenslanders up here this weekend. The rest of the grid in formation. Looks like we've got a couple of cars missing from the grid further up. You can see on the PRG super screens. So get set for a start. Lights out and away. It's going to be a drag race. Ubergang, plenty of wheel spin there from the front man as he leads them away. Maros is going to go with him. They head down this main straight on lap number 1, and Maros will get the lead. The pacer will lead him through, and that's the first time that Ubergang has been threatened in the past year or so. As we come out of that turn, lead him down to the first of the change of direction corners, the right and left, then down to turn 5 on lap 1. So the Mopar fans will be loving what they're seeing here. Ubergang, big dive from behind, moves up to take the race lead, but outbrakes himself and will go off the track here, you'd think. The pacer lights up the rear tyres and they drag race down to turn 6. Playford now looking to capitalise. A lot of smoke further back in the field off screen as we go into turn 6. Lap number 1, Ubergang picks up the lead. The run downhill through turn 7. Maros back to 2nd, Playford back to 3rd, and Wilson in 4th position as the cars settle down on the first lap. Pick up one of the Commodore Cup cars starting to blow a lot of smoke there through turn 7 as the leader Ubergang clips the curb. Look at the pacer getting out of shape down there. Awesome to see as they come out of that section and onto the main straight. Wilson over the back of Playford here now, and looking to light him up for a pass on the main straight to reel off lap number 1. The Shannons, improved production, Commodore Cup and HQs here. Race number 2 of the weekend. Here's that battle between Wilson and Playford. The Commodore goes straight past, but watch Playford in the braking area when they go down to turn number 1. Wilson holds his ground. The JP Pallets entry out of Western Australia. Just slight oversteer of the car as they go to the exit. They run side by side through this short little section past the speedway. The right and left back to turn 5. Ubergang, your leader, went 126.28 from a standing start on lap 1. His pole time, as we see, the 19 slowing down here right now on the screen. First, the Commodore Cup cars. That's Ian Roots in the Petters suspension entry pulling off the track. Here's your leader. Game on, as we said, on the front of the car earlier today, and he's already disappearing down the road. Maros back to 2nd. So, pick up where we left off in race number 1, isn't it? They go through the back section once again. There's the leader in Commodore Cup, David Ling. at the moment as we sweep down to the back section of the circuit, being menaced by Casato, the leader in the under 2 litre class at the moment. This little Ford Escort moving to the outside of him through that back section. The leader coming onto the main straight now as we watch this great battle for 6th and 7th position on your PRG super screens. In this race number 2, Ubergang goes across the finish line. 1:18.64, the margin 4.7 seconds. As the big V8's Commodore disappears, we go back to the battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th now. The pacer of Maros doing a good job in 2nd. Playford sits back there in 4th position. Here's Wilson latching onto the back now of the pacer. Whoa, Playford almost lost the car coming out of turn 2 then. Across that little flip-flop and back into turn 5 we go. Ubergang further down the road here, and you'd think now, unless anything mechanically goes wrong with this car, he's just going to drive on into the distance here. Lap 3 of 8. The Shannon's Improved Production Commodore Cup and HQs. Darwin Showcase categories here supporting the Sky City Triple Crown this afternoon. Through the back section we go again. Wilson, bit of a moment then for Maros too. The car squirming its way through the back section. I think Wilson has got better pace, just Maros is driving more defensively here, protecting his line as he's entitled to do. Now Wilson just needs to get a better run onto this 1.1 kilometre main straightaway. Playford, he's getting into this also. Ubergang crosses the line, 1:18.62 on lap 3. Half race distance lap this time. There goes the battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th past the commentary box position. So go back further in the field. This is Jamie Furness, class leader in the HQs at the moment, going through. Some good battles in this one. Cy Banowski is also involved in this. The Boss Freighters entry is about to be passed by the 71 down there. Warren Trewen, who qualified ahead of all these guys earlier yesterday. So you've got 4 classes racing out in this particular event. There'll be an overall winner, of course. There'll be class winners also through this. Stephen Ling leading the Commodore Cup section at the moment. Peter Casato leading the under 2 litre class. And Furness leading in the HQ class at this stage. Half race distance lap here. As the leaders starting to encounter some traffic by the look of it. They're going through turn 7. Here's Cunnabarati coming through. Simon Bullash. Now it's on. Look at this now. Wilson got on the dirt. Then he gets past the pacer. You see the dirt in the background of that shot. So Wilson gets up to 2nd place now. Saw that out the corner of my eyes. They went through turn 7, and now that confirms what we were just talking about. Wilson moves up to 2nd, but he's lost touch with Ubergang, who's nearly 11 seconds down the road as he completes lap number 4. 3 remaining in this one. And the Commodore Cup cars slowing on the approach down to turn number 5 here. Now the battle is on. Wilson left the door open for Maros, so Maros will close back on as they go down to turn 5 here. Lap 5 of this race. Off goes the 35 car down in turn number 5. And that car slowing, pulling to the left-hand side. One of the Commodore Cup cars getting out of the way of this battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Playford sitting back and seeing what's going to happen here. You'd think they come out of turn 6. The pacer again gets nice and out of shape. Through this right-hander they go again. The Mopar fans liking what they're seeing here. Great to have a pacer in the field at this weekend's Support Act, the Improved Production Commodore Cup and HQs. Through the back section they come again. They're encountering lap traffic soon. Watch for Ubergang. He'd be coming through anytime soon. And there'll be HQs everywhere. Here he comes. He's coming up to the first of the cars and goes past them. So they're in HQ territory now. 2nd, 3rd and 4th will be approaching that soon. There is your leader, Adam Ubergang. The Queenslander heading into turn 1. The Amalgamated Pest Control Mazda 808. Through turn 1. The corner of my eye then looks like the windscreen wiper might have peeled across and is hugging on to the mirror. And these HQs further ahead are about to feel the wind of Adam Ubergang coming through. He's about to put them a lap down. 1:18.62, the fastest lap of the race for Ubergang. This is lap number 6. as we watch the HQs battling further back. Down into turn 7 they go. Ubergang just gingerly through the lap traffic here. He doesn't need to push it too hard. 11.4 seconds was the gap. Maros still in second. Wilson, sorry, in second position now. Corrected order on the screen here. As here comes Ubergang. Lap number 6 is about to be completed. And after that little scare in the first lap, he's disappeared the length of the main straightaway and then some back to Wilson, Maros, Playford. Then it's the two links. Stephen headed by David Ling, then Casato, right. Michael Halkitis into the top 10 now. Johnstone in 10th, Bullash in 11th, then Karpenko, Otley, Riley and Henwood. The top 15, Furness in the HQ up to 16th position. Here is your leader. He can afford to cruise from this point. I don't think he will. As your class leader, or second place, I should say, in Commodore Cup, David Ling coming to the finish line. The Aussie NASCAR Tours entry. Hits the finish line. He's back. He's probably about 7 or 8 seconds behind Stephen Ling, who's further down the field. Second, third and fourth are running down. Big brake lock-up going down into turn 5 now. Maros trying to get past some of these HQs. We go back to that shot. Look at Playford all over him now. They come up to some more lap traffic. Wilson is ahead of them now and got a couple of lap cars in between the two. They're working lap number 7 here, and it's peak hour here at Hidden Valley Raceway. Maros sweeps through. There's Playford in the 78 car. Next to the Mazdas, the RX3 version this time, qualified on the front row for the earlier race today. Of course, this will set the grid for tomorrow's race early in the morning over 8 laps, and their finale coming up just around lunchtime tomorrow as part of the Sky City Triple Crown. Ubergang crosses the finish line. 1 lap to go here for the Queenslander. Maros got a bit out of shape again. Same with one of the HQs in the background shot there. That was Warren Trowan getting out of shape. Second, third and fourth across the finish line now, and they set sail for their final lap here. Leader coming through up to turn. Wilson goes off in turn 1. Wilson is off. He was running second, and now backs to JP Pallett's car right off the racetrack there, and all that hard work has gone out the back door for the Western Australian. So Maros will move back up in a second. Here he is with Playford now challenging for second position. Not going to work on the outside. Maros driving defensively down into this turn 5 section. Clubhouse corner as it's known as. Switches back. But here is your race leader, folks. Give him a round of applause on his last lap here. Adam Ubergang doing a great job and is going to win race 2. Clips the curb. Gets it up on 2 wheels momentarily. And a tight little left-hander here which will bring him back onto the main straight. The lead was 17 seconds as it was in race number 1 this morning. He's going to cruise to victory here in race 2 of the Shannon's Improved Production Commodore Cup and HQs. Give him a round of applause, folks. He crosses the finish line and wins race number 2 here today. And he's going to do it by a big margin. A wonderful pick up the shots of our second and third. Here they come onto the main straight now. Has Playford got enough to get past Maros here in the pacer, or is the Mopar going to hold on for second place here after Wilson spun? Yep, Maros will hold on for second. Playford will finish in third position. We go back to the first of the Commodore Cup cars in Stephen Ling. Did a great job there. Looks like Casato got past David Ling there on the last lap too to be the winner in the under 2 litre class in Improved Production. And the winner in HQ should be Skabinowski in the 54 car, if all things come through. Yep, it would be. He's come across the finish line to finish there in position 16, albeit a lap down. So, confirmation of the top 10. Adam Ubergang is your winner. Maros in second place, then Playford in third. The 2 Lings, Stephen ahead of David Ling in 5th position. Casato got up to 6th. Then it was Wright, Halkitis, Bullish, Carla Karpenko in 10th position. Then it was Johnstone, Riley, Otley, Wilson, who dropped back to 14th after being in second place. All that hard work come undone down in turn 1 on the final lap. Behind them was Henwood, Banowski, Trewen, Thompson, Pendlebury, that's Gary Pendlebury in 19th, and Brooker rounding out the top 20. But give him a round of applause, Darwin, as he comes past you on the back section of the track. Adam Ubergang makes it 2 from 2 in the Shannon's Improved Production Commodore Cup and HQs here on day 2 of the Sky City Triple Crown. There's still plenty of action still to come today. Race number 1 of the Formula 3 Australian Drivers' Championship to come. very, very soon for that one. Race 2 of the weekend for these guys is complete now. Well done to Adam Ubergang. Race 1 of the Australian Drivers' Championship, the City of Darwin Cup weekend for the Formula 3s is coming up soon. We're going to head back to our PRG Super Screens and come back with more. Don't forget, plenty of merchandise for sale this weekend too. If you're on the inside of the track, make sure you use the tunnel to come underneath into the merchandise alley here. And of course, tonight we'll talk about